I've got a packed Friday sews for you today. I finished a jacket. I've got plans for next week. I went fabric shopping. I want to share some of the ready-to-wear pieces I bought. Oh, and Marianne and I signed up for a Christmas craft market. All right, so this could be a long one. Grab a beverage. If I remember, I will put timestamps in the description box. So if you're not interested in looking at my new fabrics, for example, or my ready-to-wear pieces, you can jump around in the video as you wish. All right, so let's begin with my finished project for this week. So I've got the one, only the one, but it is a really good one. I finally finished my Andy's jacket. I wore it for the first time today to go to work, and it's fabulous. I'm just gonna insert one picture real quick, but I have lots of thoughts, lots of advice if you want to make a jacket like this in a soft shell fabric like this. So I filmed a whole video giving you a pattern review, telling you about my experience sewing the jacket, and that's coming out on the channel on Tuesday next week. So if you've been wanting to make yourself a jacket like this, subscribe so that you don't miss this video when it comes out on Tuesday. And then for the next week, I've got two plans-ish. The first one is I want to make a muslin of the skirt I'm going to make as part of my collaboration with Agata and Christine. I don't want to spoil anything, and I don't want to give anything away because I want it to be a complete surprise for both of them as well as you. So I'm not going to share the pattern or the fabric I'm using, but my plan for next week is simply to make myself a mock-up of the skirt and make sure I'm going to get the sizing right, because the fabric I purchased for it was not inexpensive, and I really, really want to be able to wear the skirt when I finish it. So that's number one in my plans. Number two in my plans is a remake of the Lander pants for Marianne. So I told you I made a wearable muslin of them for her. I showed them to you last week. They were in a navy cotton canvas. Well, she came over on Sunday to try them on, and I don't know what happened. I really don't know what happened, but they are huge on her. So now I'm thinking I must have mixed up my muslin patterns when I did the Lander shorts for her, and I kept the size that was too big. I don't know what happened, but anyways, pants are way too big. So I'm definitely gonna have to reprint the pattern and just start from a size 6, maybe grading out to a size 0 at the waist, because it's really at the waist, a little bit at the hips, but mostly at the waist that they were really, really big. So I was very discouraged. I didn't even finish hemming those pants for her because I don't know that she would ever wear them. But we bought fabric that I'm going to show you because it's part of my haul. We bought fabrics to make her a new pair. Hopefully that will fit her. So yeah, that was a bit of a bummer and major fail. I was so excited about how well those pants were sewn. What a great job I had done with them. And then she puts them on and I'm like, what the heck happened? They are huge. There's about this much in the back, like this much fabric I can gather in the back. Anyways. So yeah, those are the two big plans for next week. A muslin of my skirts and the Lander pants version 2.0 for Marianne. All right, and as far as sewing projects, I think that's it. Now, a few things. First of all, earlier this week, a fall 2025 trends video went up on the channel. Thank you so much for all of you who watched it, gave me amazing feedback. And yeah, it looks like I was not alone in wanting to try a few of the trends this year, which is great. One person asked what a Twilight Winter is, which is my color season, and what my colors actually were. So I'm going to insert a picture here of my color palette real quick. So a few years ago, I can't remember how many, 2-3 years ago maybe, I paid the Color Guru. They do color analysis online. I paid to have my color analysis done. So what you do is you stand in front of a well-lit window, or window with lots of natural light, no makeup, no glasses, hair pulled back, and you take a few pictures of your face, of your eyes, that kind of thing. And then you send it to her by email. And then after a few days, I can't remember how long exactly, she sends you an email summarizing what your colors are, what colors to avoid, which ones are your best. And then you get a digital version of your color card or your color palette. You can also receive all of that stuff in physical form, like a laminated card, for a little bit extra money. And you can also pay a little extra to also have your makeup colors done. So she sends you a makeup color palette. I didn't do that, but yeah, you could have done that. So there you go, for those of you who were wondering what I was on about being a Twilight Winter, that's what it means. As you can see on my card, there is no brown. There are no muted colors. Most of them are very bright, very clear, very saturated colors, which are usually my preferred colors. I mean, you can tell from this swanton blouse that these jewel tones, very bright colors, suit me. I mean, I'm exhausted. It's at the end of the day. There's barely any makeup left on my face. And yet I feel like these colors make me look good, make me look cute. So I try to wear my best. I try to wear the colors on my color card, but if I really, really like a color and it's not on my card, I will wear it. You don't always have to be wearing your best. So there you go. All right, so that's for answering a question from earlier this week. Now, somebody else also asked after last week's Friday Sews that I show you some of my ready-to-wear pieces, just, yeah, to kind of go over why I made the decisions I made and so on. So I will go and get those pieces and share them with you now. All right, let's start with the accessories. Usually we end with the accessories, but it might be easier for me to start with them. So I was looking for a pair of brown suede slouchy boots and a bag to go with them, and I found those. So the bag is this here. So there's suede on the front, faux leather on the back. It's probably fake suede, to be honest. I found this on Amazon. I didn't want to invest a lot of money just because I wasn't sure I would like brown. Also, I was trying something a little trendy, and I bought the bag with the fringe at the bottom. That's another thing that's really hot this season is fringe. And like I said in my trends video, I want to try the trends in small doses. So that's a small dose. It's so small, in fact, that it comes off. So I can just walk around with a very regular looking bag if I want to. So that's the bag I found. I found some brown, again, fake suede boots, nice chunky heel that will be very, very comfortable. Pointed toes, I prefer pointed toes. And yeah, they're nice and slouchy. They go all the way to my knee, which is great. So if I make my skirts or dresses to go just here, I think it'll be a really, really nice look. I have tried them on. They are super, super comfortable. Again, Amazon. And then I splurged a little bit and went for a really fun sneaker. Now, I spend my weekends in sneakers. If I go to work on a Friday, I can wear sneakers. And I thought these were too cute to resist. Look at these. So you've got a little bit of the animal print here. So again, trends in small doses. and then a very neutral kind of tan color. I love these. They are so cute, so comfortable. Yeah, love, love, love these. I'm really hoping this animal trend is gonna stay for a while because these were not cheap. All right, so those are the accessories. Now, in the trends video, I talked about the rugby style shirt and how I was gonna buy a ready-to-wear one. Well, here it is. So this has the navy, the ivory, and the pale mauve pink. That's in my color palette for this season. It's nice, oversized, snuggly. I love this neckline on me. So this is gonna be so practical. I mean, I'm gonna live in this on the weekends, I'm sure. So this was the first thing I bought. I guess I'll leave this on me. Then I wanted new sweatshirts, and you know, those are not challenging to make. You know, they whip up super quickly, but sweatshirting is not inexpensive, and those are not the pieces where I really want to invest in really good fabric and then spend my time making. So I figured I would just buy them. And I found this one in navy. Again, it's got Montreal on it. How could I not? So navy, the red, the ivory, like this one. Again, this one will be perfect for weekends at the hockey arena, weekends around the house, that kind of thing. This one is not in my color palette, but I couldn't resist it. I thought it was just too cute. So, sorry, not sorry. Unapologetically Canadian. I thought that was cute. Plus this red really works for me. This is very nice and soft. So, had to get it. This I can definitely wear to work. So a nice ivory sweater with the fun sleeves. Like they are almost like crochet. And you've got the cuffs here. You've got a cuff at the bottom or hem band at the bottom. I really like this. The sleeves are a little bit poofy. I can wear this with skirts. I can wear this with trousers. But I can also wear this with jeans on the weekend. So I think, again, this will be very versatile, very practical in my closet. I have been wanting a vest forever. Well, I bought one. So this is my navy and the ivory. Again, I think this is gonna be super cute with my white Vernon shirt that has the really big dramatic collar on it. I think this is gonna be amazing for the office with navy trousers, with burgundy, that kind of thing. A really fun cardigan in burgundy and ivory. I can wear this with t-shirts underneath. I can wear this with little blouses. It might actually look not bad with this. That might be cute. So again, mostly for work, but can also wear this on the weekends. I've been wanting a plaid blazer. Well, I got my plaid blazer. So it's got the really dark brown, the lighter brown. The lines are orange. I thought they were burgundy when I bought it, but they're orange. Not a big deal. I can wear like a pink blouse or t-shirt underneath this, and this will be great with jeans, with brown bottoms. Yeah. I just really wanted a plaid jacket, so here it is. And then finally, I wanted a Beyond Basic denim jacket. So here it is. It's super slouchy and fun. It's almost got the cut of a trench, but it's cropped, and the denim is super soft and pliable, not stiff at all. Absolutely love this thing. I've worn it a few times already. Love this thing. It looks nice over a dress. It looks nice with trousers, with joggers, whatever. This thing is gonna get worn to death. So there you go. So those are all the ready-to-wear pieces that I'm adding in my wardrobe this season. And then, you know, there are a few things I plan to make, obviously, but this will definitely at least get me started with the new wardrobe. All right, now let's go through the fabric I ended up getting during my last fabric trip or fabric shopping trip. So I think I mentioned this on Friday last week that I had received some gift cards from a fabric shop that's local to me for my birthday back in June. Well, I finally got together with Marianne and we went fabric shopping. So I bought a couple of pieces for her. I'm going to show you one of them. So the one I'm going to use for her lander pants. It's this beautiful fabric here. This is a very nice gray with the pinstripe. And this is gabardine. Yeah, so 63% polyester, 34% rayon. Gabardine, it was 30% off. If you're local to Montreal, I don't know if the sale is still on, but I got all of these at Fabric Club or Club Tissu. I went to their St. Hubert location and they still had a ton of choices or a ton of choice, and a lot of their fabrics were on sale. So I'm going to make Marianne the lander pants, or try to make her like work appropriate lander pants in this fabric. We'll see how that goes. So that was the first thing. Where am I going to put this? Oh, there we go. Over here. Then I got this beautiful sweater knit. So this is like very pale brown, basically rib knit. So this is, oh, well, it's not very descriptive. So it's rayon, 50% rayon, 30%, oh, I don't know what that is, and 20% polyester. So it's a very nice, soft rib knit. I'm going to make myself probably a long sleeve, either a turtleneck or a cowl neck. I think this will be gorgeous with that plaid jacket I got. And it'll be beautiful with navy, with brown, obviously, with burgundy bottoms. So yeah, so this will be turned into some kind of tee. Haven't decided yet what the neckline's going to be, but yeah, I've got 2 meters of this, and this also was at 30% off. Next, I've got a cotton twill. No, I'm lying. It's a denim. It's a denim. I got 2.5 meters of this. This is really fun because it's a reversible denim. So on one side, you've got this here, which you can see like blue and reds. But then the reverse is this solid burgundy. So I'm going to use the solid as my right side because that's the color I like best. And I want to use this to make myself a pair of the lander pants. So this will be for me. There's a tiny bit of stretch, not a whole lot, probably just for comfort. So yeah, I think this will be really, really nice as the landers, because depending on the day, I'm not a big fan of the rigid waistbands, but if, you know, if they're made with a bit of give, a fabric that has a little bit of give, I'm thinking I might like them a bit better. But yeah, so we'll try the landers with this. I also want to remake the secret jeans for myself, so maybe, you know, I could definitely use this to make those pants. But yeah, those will definitely become a pair of trouser or pants. Even though it's denim, it won't look like jeans, so I'm thinking I can wear those to work, but I can also definitely wear them to like a casual family gathering, a hockey game, that kind of thing. Then I told you a while ago that I lost my burgundy Parker Ponte pants, and yeah, I don't know what happened, but they have disappeared from my closet. So I found a Ponte at Fabric Club. This is a 65% rayon, 31% nylon ponte. It feels really nice. It feels very similar to the Core Fabrics ponte that I usually buy. And the price is also similar, but you know, it was 30% off at Fabric Club. So I got 2.5 meters. I am going to remake the Parker Ponte pants, I'm thinking, with this. Then finally, I bought this really fun, the camera's not showing it very nice, but this is the nice light pink or mauve pink that's in my color palette. I got this. This is a cotton interlock. It's a really nice weight, lots of stretch and recovery, and I'm gonna make myself some joggers with this. So lounge type joggers, but you know, that I won't be embarrassed to leave the house in. So I got 3 meters of this because I'm hoping, it's pretty wide, I'm hoping I'm gonna have enough to make the bottoms and maybe color block a Stanton hoodie with the remnants. So yeah, look how nice it looks with that ponte. Are you able to see that? Look how pretty that is. So if I can make the Parkers and have a little bit left over of that ponte and then make my jogging bottoms out of this and have some leftovers, I'm hoping I can color block either a Stanton hoodie or some kind of sweater or sweatshirt from the remnants. But yeah, I think that's gonna be really nice. And like all of these colors look so nice together. Now, I did also buy another piece for Marianne that you don't need to see. You'll see it when I turn it into something. And then a really nice fabric for the skirt I'm making for my collab, but I don't want to show that to you yet. In addition to all of those beautiful dressmaking fabric, Marianne and I, like I said in the intro, are going to be participating in our very first Christmas market at the end of November. Now, this is organized by people at her work. So I'm not sure what the context is or why this happens, but it basically takes place for one day only and for 1 hour of that day only. So it's over lunch in the building she works at. Apparently all the employees from the building, there are like 300 or 400 employees that work in that building. They all come down to the atrium where the market is set up, and anybody in the company she works for who's crafty, they can make things, they can sell food, yeah, whatever. So she asked me if I was interested, and I said, why not? That's a really nice way to kind of dip our toes into the Christmas market arena. We've been thinking about it for years because we love going to Christmas markets. She's very crafty, I'm very crafty, so that's something we've been wanting to make or do for a long time. It is finally happening this year. So we had to get supplies. We talked about our strategy and what are we gonna make and, you know, blah, blah, blah. She doesn't really want to sew, but she can cut a whole bunch of things. She can use my Cricut machine for a few things. I can also show her how to use my embroidery machine if we want to embroider a few things. That's not actually sewing. You just set it up in the hoop, program it in, and then just make sure it all happens properly. But we also got some quilting cotton that I can use to sew up things like zipper pouches, lanyards, that kind of thing. And here's the nice pile. I'm not going to show them to you one by one. There's a ton of 1 meter cuts in here. Yeah, I like buying 1 meter because that gives you lots of options. I can do small bags, bigger bags. I can do bundles, so a bunch of things in the same print. So yeah, went and replenished some of my quilting cottons because I hadn't purchased quilting cotton in a long, long time. So yeah, that was also some of the stuff we bought while we were at Fabric Club. Needless to say, I spent all of my gift cards and I have nothing left. Oh, I forgot. Hold on. I bought myself a water bottle. Look how nice this is. Look how pretty this is. I've been needing or wanting a water bottle that is not plastic. So this is very, very nice. It even comes with the little brush to wash your straw. Yeah, super happy with this. I forgot actually that I bought it and just found it at the bottom of the bag. So I'm gonna bring that upstairs, wash it, and start using it. So there you go. I'm out of breath and I'm tired. I very rarely, if you've been around the channel for a while, I never do shopping sprees like this, like both ready to wear and fabric. That is so, so rare. But I feel like I'm all set for fall, a huge portion of winter probably. I don't know that I'm going to need to buy either fabric or clothes now for the next 6 months, which is amazing because it's all there. I can just sew for the next 6 months and not have to worry about whether or not I have got the fabric in my stash. So that's great. One last piece of fabric that's come into the house this week is my Think Pink box. Now you know that usually I open the box, throw the fabric in the washing machine, and then make something right away, and then come out with the video on the channel with all of that into one. This month, we've got a beautiful piece of fabric, and here it is. It's like a very dark navy blue with like caramel printed things on there. It's a cotton, so I think you know where I'm going with this. It's a cotton, and this print, although I think it's beautiful, is really not my style. I probably would never ever wear anything in this fabric. So I've decided not to sew this up and not to put a video out this month for my Think Pink box. This is gonna go in my quilting stash and will become the back of a quilt at some point. I also thought of maybe making Project Dress-A-Girl dresses with this, but it's too sheer. I would need to either line them, and I don't really have anything appropriate for lining the dresses. And selfishly, I really don't want to use this entire 2.5 meters to make one dress, because that would make a very expensive dress. So yeah, it's gonna go in my quilting stash. It's gonna be used on the back of a quilt. And for the first time in a long time, there won't be a Think Pink video from me for September. All right, that is all for sewing and shopping. Now a little bit about life. I've had a good week. It was a busy week, but it was a very, very good one. The temperature is weird in Montreal these days. One day it's going to be hovering around the 13, 15 degrees, and then the next day it's going to shoot up to 25. We had a little bit of rain today, but yeah, it's weird. And now this coming weekend, on Sunday, it's going to go up to almost 30 degrees. So none of it makes any sense. But yeah, it was a very good week. I was not going to go to the island this weekend. My season was over because last weekend it was cool. It was not pleasant being in the boat to go to the island and then being in the boat to get back to the city. Also just being at the house overnight and stuff, it got really cold. I mean, we have a wood burning stove at the house, but then if you start that during the day, the house gets so warm, I can't sleep, and then I have to open all the windows, so then what is the point? Anywho, so usually when it starts being uncomfortable for me to get to the island or come home, my season is over. But like I said, it's going to be 30 degrees on Sunday, and it's going to be a gorgeous, gorgeous weekend. So I decided I'm probably going to go one last weekend, and yeah, that's it. Just one last hurrah for the island house, and then I'll have my weekends back to do more sewing. What that also means for all of you members at tiers 2 and 3 is that I was supposed to schedule a live chat with all of you on the last Sunday of the month. I didn't think I would be at the island this weekend, so I wanted to schedule it for Sunday. Now I won't be able to, but I'm thinking I'm gonna schedule it on Friday next week because that is my non-working Friday. So hopefully, if you're a member at the levels 2 and 3, then hopefully you'll be free to join me on Friday during the day, probably around 2 p.m. Eastern time, so Montreal time. All right. Oh, and talking about members, thank you so much to Jane, who joined the membership at the Creative Insider level last week. I really, really appreciate you joining our little group. All right, I think that'll do it for me this week. I would love to know what your week has been like. What have you been up to? What have you been making? What are you planning to make this coming weekends? Do you have any fun plans? I would love to know. Put that in the comments below. Also curious, has your weather been as crazy as our weather here in Montreal? All right, thank you so much for watching. Give the video a like on your way out if you liked it, and I will see you soon.